Chapter 31. Going Home. The flight to Darwin was 4 hours of regret, 4 hours of grieving for the loss of what might have been. But as soon as I stepped off the plane, I was hit by two things. First, a wall of heat and humidity that nearly knocked me backwards. Second, the excitement of going home. In 12 hours, I would board a plane to Germany. My adventure was at an end. The emotions I felt were complicated and overwhelming. A toxic mix of regret to leave, but longing for a break and the comfort of home. Filled with a little bit of fear and superstition about Otto's prophecy that something terrible was going to happen to me in the Northern Territory, I didn't even leave the airport. But that was just as well. At least the airport was climatized. I had spent time in worse places. The only thing was that Darwin Airport was tiny, with nothing to do. After a few hours, it was finally time to check in my luggage. I had my enormous backpack and a plastic bag as hand luggage and my sleeping bag. When it was my turn for weighing my belongings, it turned out I was a few kilos overweight and the airline would not budge. They were not letting me on and I had no money left to pay for excess weight. So what I did was take everything out of my backpack that I would not need at home. My sleeping bag, toiletries, a spare pair of shoes, a jacket. Despite all the warnings that I did not want to believe but was conscious of, I left the airport with a few hours to spare. Darwin Airport is bizarrely in the middle of town, just separated by a park and a highway. I walked straight over to Jingley, and there in the streets I found what I had been looking for. Instead of throwing my belongings away, I gave them to a homeless person. She was the last Australian I saw, and she didn't curse me. The spirits did not strike me down. The earth didn't open up to swallow me. Nothing happened. I walked back to the airport, breathing the hot Australian air for the last time, feeling the sun caress my skin, knowing that this piece of earth with its spirits was not out to harm me at all, and I would miss it. The metal wings took me high above the country that had engraved my heart. As Australia's coastline faded behind my tears and the plane turned west, I knew that despite some darkness, this had been the best time of my life. The end.